Welcome to TRS Clips, India's fastest learning portal. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell icon. What's your driving force? What's your driving force, man?
Ranveer, thank you so much for this. I tell people sometimes, why the hell do Indians watch me? And I think it's because they think I'm Indian too. I am brown, I care about the same things Indians care about. And I've also visited India many times. So sometimes I feel like I'm more Indian than Israeli or American or Palestinian.
I've visited Israel once in my life. And I've traveled a lot all over the world. Not as much as you have, but I have traveled in my life. And Israel is one of those places that stays with you forever. Just something about your country, man. I can't define it.
Israel stays with you forever, for good or for bad. It is a very... Yeah, it's a very controversial country. The most controversial country in the world, I would say. But they're definitely doing a lot of things right, and they're doing a lot of other things wrong. And that's, I think, what's unique about Israel.
Yeah, as a tourist, you don't really get to see much of the wrongs. You go to like the touristy spots. You speak to the locals. But what stayed with me is, man, I feel like it has this very, very unique energy. Most people that you communicate with now, I don't know whether it's because we were tourists, and we are clearly tourists. We look different than the rest of the people.
Yeah.
People are nicer. People have this different energy, and there's so much history attached to that land.
Yeah.
So again, as a tourist, when you're seeing it from an objective perspective, it just stays with you.
For sure. I think Israelis have something, you call it chutzpah, which is it's just like slight rudeness, but straightforwardness. We are straightforward. This is what we mean. This is what we care about. If you come off as rude, it doesn't matter. Like, that's what chutzpah is. Get what you want with your own hands. And, to some extent, it's quite, many people in the world could learn something or two about that, from that.
Yeah, 100%. Also, possibly one of the world's most intelligent populations. And I feel from a modern day perspective, it's yourself and Yuval Noah Harari who've put Israel on the map. So
that's a big statement, Ranveer. Thank you so much for that. I am nowhere near as smart as Yuval. That guy is crazy smart. But it's funny because my intention has never been to put Israel on the map. I'm actually Palestinian Israeli. So I belong to both nations in some way or form. It's very complicated. So my relationship with Israel is as complicated as your relationship with your ex-girlfriend, So I don't know about your marital status, but it's a very complicated relationship.